Hi guys, it's Sarah. Welcome to my Project Pan Empties. I decided to start doing empties videos for my Project Pans, so that way my Project Pan actual updates and my monthly empties don't turn into a big, huge, long production. Because let's face it, I mean, I love watching 30-minute long empties and Project Pan updates, but that doesn't mean that you guys like watching 30-minute long Project Pan updates and empties. So I decided that we're adding this to my Project Pans. So I'm basically just going to go through everything I used up during the duration of my project. I do have everything separated by when I use them, and I'll just give you my thoughts and ideas and whether or not I would repurchase. Kind of just like a standard empties, but now we're merging that with Project Pan. So I'm really excited. I have personally decided to start dating my items. I don't know if you can tell on there or on there, but I decided to start dating them. One, to help me keep track so that way I can do these videos, and also because I want to be able to make a timeline of the products I used up at the end of the year. So yeah, let's just go ahead and get started. So for my first Project Pan in 2015, at my first update, I finished this CoverGirl NatureLux Mousse Mascara in shade Very Black. I used this up pretty quickly. It had been opened and sitting for a while, so I think that's why it was so easy to use up, because it was pretty dry when I added it. But that's what the one looks like. I do like this mascara, but I don't think they make it anymore. If I were to find it somewhere and it was cheap, I'd probably pick it up again, but I'm not going to go out hunting for that mascara. Then the next item I finished up at my first update was my Rimmel Exaggerate Full Color Lip Liner in the shade 030 Natural. If you follow me on my project, I do not like this. At first I thought it was. I didn't like the actual lip liner itself. Then I realized once I replaced it with something that it was just the color that I didn't care for. So I'm happy this is gone. Would probably 99.9% never repurchase it in this color. Then at my second update, hold on, let me grab everything. I did use up a few more items. The first item that I used up was this Victoria's Secret Passion Struck Fragrance Mist. I used up this much during the duration of this project. It took me a month to finish the whole thing. So this probably would end up repurchasing it if it was on sale and in a fragrance that I liked. Other than that, same with the mascara, I'm not going to go out hunting for this specific item. Then I also finished up my Nivea Lip Butter in Caramel Cream Kiss. This seemed like it took forever, even though it only took 2 months to finish fully. I'm happy that it is gone. I did like this. I don't know that I would ever purchase it again. I do have another one of these that I've been working on, on my nightstand, but I'm not 100% sure if I would repurchase this product again. I'll have to see how I feel when I finish the other one. Then I finished up this awesome face primer, the Too Faced Primed and Poreless Skin Smoothing Face Primer. This is just the deluxe size sample. I am so happy that I had this. I'm so happy that I got to use it, because this is probably my favorite face primer I've used thus far in my beauty exploration. So I will definitely either be getting more samples, a sample of the Primed and Poreless Pure, which is for the sensitive skin, or I'm just gonna go straight out and get the full size. And then next I have the Maybelline Dream Pure BB and Light Sheer Tint. This took me 2 months to finish as well. I had quite a bit when I started. This was actually my 30-day Project Pan along with some of these other things, but I thought this was going to be done in 30 days, but it actually took me 2 months. I think it was because back then Like, it's so far ago, like, it's so long ago. Back then, oh, back in 2014, I didn't really wear that much makeup. I just recently, within probably the last like month and a half, started getting into actually wearing makeup pretty much every day. So I don't care for that product. I have tried the regular one as well. I would rather just wear a foundation. Next is next and last for my second update, I had the Rimmel Match Perfection Conceal and Highlight in 230 Fair Light. This was decent. I might repurchase it down the line, but I'm using other concealers right now that I like as well, so it just came down to if I got it for a good price. Probably price is like the big factor on pretty much a lot of these, if I would repurchase them or not, unless they're like, I found them to be a holy grail product, like the Too Faced Primed and Poreless. I probably would pay $50 a tube for that, which if I'm paying that kind of money, I might as well go ahead and try the Smashbox Pour whatever one. But I just love it, guys. I love it. I love it. If you haven't tried it, try it. Okay, enough about that stuff. Going on to my third update, I finished quite a few items as well. The first thing I had finished up was this Bath & Body Works Fragrance Mist in Vanilla Bean Noel. I powered through this, but it's because I started using this as a like 50-50 room spray, body spray, because it was kind of alcohol-y. I used that much up in a month. So as soon as this was done, I added this in, and no, I used this up. When did I use this up? No, I used this up in like 3 weeks. 3 weeks. So, I like the scent. I probably will repurchase it, and Bath & Body Works is kind of like the standard for fragrance mist, so I probably will be repurchasing, and I have since repurchased from them since I used that up. Next thing I finished up, thankfully, is my CoverGirl Lipslicks Smoochie and hashtag tweet me. Don't care for this product at all. It was a torture to get through. Again, this was something that was in my 30-day Project Pan from last year, and it just took me forever to get through until I used up my Nivea lip butter, and then it was just gone. So don't care for the product. Didn't really find it to be moisturizing. So that's done. Next is my Urban Decay Perversion Mascara Deluxe Size Sample. I didn't like this when I first started using it, but as I used it more and more, I figured out the best way for me to use it. And I did like it, but I will not buy it in a full size. But if I got another sample, I wouldn't be mad about it. Then I have these two BB cream samples. First is the Too Faced Tinted Beauty Balm in, I think, Nude Glow. Hated this, absolutely hated it. Not my shade at all. It was probably like 3 or 4 shades too dark for me. I used it as a cream contour guideline, and I think it looked absolutely horrible. If you look back at my first Project Pan update for this project, my makeup was hit. Like, it was horrible, it was gross. I can't believe that I posted that, actually. Then I also finished this Benefit Bigger Than BB Big Easy BB Cream in the shade 3. I only got like 3 uses out of this little tube, like total. I did like it, but I will not pay to get the full size. And then the last thing I used up at my 3rd week update was my NYX HD Photogenic finishing powder loose stuff. This as well, I used like this much in 2.5 months. So that's not bad. I actually thought I was going to get through this a lot faster than I did, but it was decent. I would consider repurchasing it if there's not something else I find that I like better. Then I have everything that I just finished in my last project. First, let's go into the 2 things that I didn't finish but I'm just done with. I have the Almay Smart Shade Smart Balance Pressed Powder in light medium. I just don't care for this. I had gotten this actually for when I went to basic training. I brought it with me so I could wear it when I got my picture taken, and it was great for that, and I think I used it in like tech school as well, but it was stark white when I put it on my face. I don't remember being that pale. It's definitely not light medium. If you're light to fair, this would be good for you, but light medium is no bueno. Then the other item that I'm also just calling it quits with, because I have probably like 2, maybe 3 more uses out of it, is my Too Faced Better Than Sex Mascara Deluxe Size Sample. I like this stuff. This one is actually more problematic for me than the Perversion one was, but it was a decent mascara, and I think I have another sample. Definitely wouldn't purchase this in the full size. There's just so many drugstore mascaras that are amazing that I just haven't found a high-end one that I'm willing to bite the bullet on and like spend a ridiculous amount. So if there's one that's like really great and amazing that you like that's high-end, leave it down below and let me know, and maybe I will try to get a sample of it, because other than that, I'm probably never going to buy a full-size high-end mascara. But that's just me. Then for the items that I did use up in my last update is the Victoria's Secret Beauty Rush Fragrance Mist in Sweet Teas. Finished this up in 2 weeks as well. Used it the same way as Vanilla Bean Noel, half as a room spray, half as a body spray. This was just really, really, really sweet, and it was just a little too cutesy for me, but I did like it at the same time, if that made any sense. I probably wouldn't repurchase it, but I'm glad I used it. Next, I used up my L'Oreal True Match Super Blendable Powder in W3. All gone. I love this stuff. I have one in another shade, and I think once I get through more of my powders, again, if I don't find something that I like more, I'm going to repurchase this. I finished up the Dior Show Iconic Overcurl Mascara. Same story with the other samples of high-end. It was good. I liked using it, but I'll probably not buy it in the full size. Next, I used up 2 lip products for my last update. The first one I used up was my Rimmel Exaggerate Full Color Lip Liner in the shade 070 Enchantment. I didn't think I was going to finish this, but I did, and I'm happy about it. Unlike the natural one that I had at the beginning, where is it? Unlike this one, I actually really liked this one, and I'm sad that it's gone from my collection. But I do have a couple more lip liners. I think I have another one from this line, and I probably would repurchase this color if I got it on sale. Then the other lip, I'm so cheap. Like, it's weird because if you watch my other, like my monthly empties video, I tell you how much my makeup inventory, like the retail value for like how much it's worth, and it's like $6,000, but I don't know what has changed. Maybe it's doing these Project Pans or what, but now I'm like, no, I'm not paying that much for anything, but I have $6,000 worth of makeup in my collection. Like, does that make sense to anybody else? Like, because it's not making sense to me. But moving on, next thing I used up was my by Beauty Luminous Cream Lipstick in VIB Rouge. I really liked this color. It was a nice red. If I'm wearing a red lipstick, probably from December until now, it was this. And I'm sad it's gone because I like the shade, but I have 2 or 3 of the double-ended sticks. Probably would never purchase a full size from Bite though, because they are pretty expensive, and I have a lot of lipstick. Then the last 2 items I finished were primers. The first one is the NYX Pore Filler Face Primer. It's weird because when I first got this, I loved it. And then I used the Professional, and then I used the Too Faced Primed and Poreless. And then when I went back to this, I don't care for this at all. Like, I think it's a good like starter primer. Like, if you're just getting into makeup and you're not really sure like what to do, or if you're on a budget or something. I think this is only like $14. So you get a lot of product for $14, but it's not as great as I have found other things to be. So I wouldn't repurchase this. I might try the Angel Veil from NYX, but other than that, I'm happy with the Primed and Poreless. So that's that. Then I also finished up the Lorac Behind the Scenes Eye Primer. This is just a little deluxe eye sample. I got this with a palette. I have a couple more. I really liked it. It worked pretty well. It's in like a skin color. Worked well. Made it so that my eyeshadow didn't crease. Made it so that my under eye concealer didn't crease, and it helped keep my brows on. So I do like it. Probably wouldn't purchase it in the full size because every time you get a palette, you get an eyeshadow primer. So I'll just keep. I'd rather buy a palette and get a primer than buy the full size primer. Yeah, so these are all the items that I used up.
Left and right today.
So these are the products that I used up for my first Project Pan for 2015. I did use up, I'm looking at my Excel. I used up 22 products, and I used up a total value of $208.35. What? Like, that's pretty awesome. So I'm so happy to see that number. And to add it to what I used up for my January and February monthly empties, I currently have used $695.52 worth of products in 2015. So for 2 months, I used up a tenth of what my makeup collection is worth. I'm happy about it. Are you guys happy about it? How much have you used up so far this year? Are you guys keeping track? Am I the only, I know I'm not the only one doing it, but who else is keeping track? What is your yearly total thus far? Leave that down below. Leave if you have a Holy Grail high-end mascara. And yeah, give this a thumbs up if you like the idea of having a separate Project Pan Empties, because I'm in love with it. I hope you're in love with it. Let's be in love with it together. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I look forward to seeing you in my next video, and I can't wait to do my next project. Alright, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye!
Well, if I wasn't like yelling at you guys, I probably wouldn't have like a dry throat.